Hello friends, welcome to this video on tax collection at source, the new provision which is going to be applicable from 1st October 2020. As all of you are aware, Finance Act 2020 has introduced a new provision and new section 206C1F with effect from 1st October 2020. Let us see what this section is all about, what this TDS provision is all about. What it says is tax has to be collected at source, that is TCS, in respect of sale of goods at the rate of 0.1% on the consideration received in excess of rupees 50 lakhs. That means if you are making any sale of goods in excess of 50 lakhs to any person, you are supposed to collect 0.1% extra from the buyer and remit it to the government. This is the provision is all about. Now let us further see what are all the other conditions and details regarding this section. Sellers whose turnover from the business exceed 10 crore during the previous year, they are only liable to go for this TCS collection and remit it to the government. That means in the previous financial year, suppose for the year 1920, we are in 2021 now. For the year 1920, if your turnover is less than 10 crores, this is not applicable. If the turnover during the year 1920 is more than 10 crore, this provision is going to be applicable, and you are mandated to collect 0.1% extra from your buyers if you are selling goods more than 50 lakhs to them. So many of you might think, yes, my sale is less than 10 crores, so I am not impacted by this provision. No, please wait, watch till the end of this video. I have something very important information waiting for you. Next, is it applicable to both goods and services? No, it is applicable only to goods. It has been clearly given in the provision. It is not applicable for services. Are there any transactions on which this TCS is not applicable? Yes, if it is an export, this TCS is not applicable. If you are selling goods on which already TDS has been deducted, there are certain type of goods on which you have to deduct TDS. No, so that type of goods, this is not applicable. Or in certain types of goods requires TCS. For example, if you are buying a car with value more than 10 lakhs, already there is a provision in place to collect tax at source and remit. So in those type of goods also, this 206C1F, that is 0.1% TCS is not applicable. Then what is the rate at which TCS has to be collected? As I have already told, it is 0.1% on the sale consideration received if you are giving the PAN card. If you are not giving either PAN or Aadhaar copy, you have to collect at the rate of 1% TCS and remit it to the government. Then when should this TCS to be collected is the very important question to be answered. This TCS is not to be collected at the time of raising the invoice, but when you receive payment from the buyer, that time you have to collect this TCS and remit it to the government. Then other point to be noted is, like, we are in the mid of the year, that is the provision is going to be applicable from 1st of October 2020. There might be a question that what happens for the sales from 1st April 2020 to 30th September 2020. So it will not be subject to TCS as per the provision what it says. Then there are certain buyers who are excluded from this provision. If you are selling to central or state government or embassy or high commission, this TCS is not required. If you are selling to local authority or person importing goods into India, this is not applicable. And if the government notifies certain persons to whom this should be excluded, to them also this is going to be excluded. Last but not the least, this is what I was referring to earlier. You might think you are not a seller, but you are just a buyer from a big company, and since you are not the seller, you are not going to be impacted by this provision. Please think again. If you are a buyer from a big corporate or multinational company exceeding 50 lakhs in a year, that is, you are making a purchase more than 50 lakhs in a year from those multinational companies or big corporates, Naturally, their turnover is going to be more than 10 crores during the year. So you may have to pay extra 0.1% more when you are purchasing goods from them. So to put it simply, you may have to shell out rupees 100 extra per lakh more to make your purchases from those big corporates. But don't worry, this TCS is not going to go waste. It will be treated on par with your advanced tax or TDS deducted on your account. It will also appear in your form 26AS, which you can claim as a tax already paid when you are filing your income tax returns. This is all about this tax collection at source on sale of goods. Hope this video was useful to you. My request is to please subscribe to this channel for more information on taxation, GST and other financial and statutory related information. Also, please do not forget to like, share and give your comment about this video. Thank you very much. See you all in another video.